Hey everyone, Jewel back with another super cool astrology video talking about partners, Venus and the other partner's 7th house and what that's like, what you can expect when we have this going on between two people when we compare two charts in synastry. So synastry is when we take two birth charts and we put them side by side or overlay them one on top of each other, and we can see how two people get along. We can see how they interact, when they get together. You know what the flavor is of their relationship, what's going on between them on a day-to-day basis. And it's different than the composite chart. We'll do a different series talking about the composite chart here in detail in the future. But for right now, we're talking about synastry, which is more the details of the day-to-day, how you get along. So, Venus is the planet of love, sensuality. In part with Mars describes our sexuality as well. How we relate socially, what we desire, our style and our orientation to money, how we value ourselves and others and what we value, and has a lot to do with how we relate to each other in synastry. So Venus is one of the big ones to look at. And the 7th house, what is that? That is the partnership house, and this is originally ruled by Libra. So, this is, where we find long-term partnerships and the commitment house. It's also, business partnerships, all kinds of partnerships. Our open enemies are found in this house, interestingly enough. It's about relating and about others, very much the opposite of the first house. The first house is very much about the self, and the 7th house is others. It's what we're looking for also in a partner. It's the things that we don't really accept or aren't really aware of about ourselves. So these are the things that we project outwards, what we're looking to bring into our lives in the form of a mate. So, when we have one person's planet of love and romance and desire, sweetness, also describes art and our style of art, or if we are even into art as well, Venus. When it comes into another person's 7th house of partnerships and of, long-term getting along, commitment. This is a really great combination to have between two people, especially, if we're talking about a romantic relationship. Even in a parent-child relationship, or even, a student-teacher relationship, this is going to be something that really inspires a feeling of, camaraderie between two people. So, the house person, the 7th house person feels very good in the presence of the Venus person when we have this going on here. The house, sees Venus as, an ideal mate. But you have to look at everything when you're talking about this. This is going to put a lot of weight towards somebody considering someone else, an ideal partner. When we have this going on, it's not gonna show everything, but it is gonna put a lot of rocks in the bucket towards, tipping the weight towards, going in that direction. It's a partnership very much based on equality and shared values. Venus is, the planet of shared values, and we have it coming into the house. Libra originally, rules this. This is, the sign of equality, the sign of balance. And, these two really get each other. Libra originally rules Venus. So when Venus, comes into the 7th, there is just a real affinity here between these two people. Both parties actually benefit. The long-term goals are very much the same because Venus, between these two people is very much, the same part of themselves, and it's very much an agreement here in the 7th house partnership. And Venus is, one of the big significators of money. So it's, showing, long-term shared money goals are, very, very beneficial within this partnership. The house person really gains through the Venus person, and that can be in the form of, all kinds of partnerships, business partnerships, associations, artistic circles. Maybe your artistic network is very much expanded by your, relationship with the Venus person. Marriage is very possible when we have this position. There's a real pull here because we have the planet of love here in the partnership house. The house person, feels a real pull to partner, in a love relationship with the Venus person. There's just a real mutual desire between the two to pursue a long-term partnership. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please subscribe to my channel, and I will be back with more super cool astrology videos. And you can find me on Facebook at Truth in Aspect Astrology, and I do consultation. And you can get a hold of me at truthinAspectAstrology@hotmail.com. You can find me on the internet also at Truth in Aspect Astrology. I'll see you soon, soon, soon. Bye-bye.